Alright everybody, my name is Bob. This is going to be my first video on YouTube about schizophrenia and dimethyltryptamine in the brain. I'm going to continue putting up videos, educational videos, and try to maybe spread the knowledge that I feel I have in my brain and help somebody, anybody, whatever, whoever I can help. I'm going to start off the session with a little toke from the cannabis. This is my medicine now. At a 41-year-old man, I'm no longer on any prescription medications. Sometimes I take lithium if I start to feel a little bit of mania coming in. So, schizophrenia, in my experience, is not what the doctors think it is. They think it's a mental default, and you're not correct. You're not right. You're crazy. You're ill. You're sick. But in reality, is that you're just different. That's it. You're just different. Different parts of your brain work differently than the normal people, and there's nothing to be ashamed about that. I don't hide the fact that I've diagnosed paranoid schizophrenia. I mean, it is what it is. But as the man that I am that studies quite a bit on different topics, I've run across the topic of the dimethyltryptamine in the pineal gland. Now, I know that this is correct. It's up for debate, but I know as a schizophrenic that it is correct. I could feel the dimethyltryptamine every time I would get a shot of it in my brain. And I would literally go into these hallucinogenic states where I was visiting or having visitors of my grandmother and Nikola Tesla and Buddha and Jesus. Jesus came and visited me, and I'm not even a Christian. I'm not a religious guy, really. I mean, I do dig my Buddha, but I'm not religious. Anyways, the dimethyltryptamine is the strongest hallucinogen that is on the planet. And I say on the planet because I'm sure on other planets there's other chemical makeups that make hallucinogens for that species of whatever, to open their minds with too, because their chemistry might not be the same. I'm sure it probably wouldn't be. But you know, it's the schizophrenia, I believe, is a spiritual connection when the DMT is the God particle, the God molecule. I mean, they're looking for all this stuff, but it's right here in front of your face, DMT, dimethyltryptamine. Definitely astral projection, and a spiritual connection with all these different planes of existence. There's more than just what our eyes can see and what our ears can hear and what our nose can smell and what we can touch and feel. There's way, way more than that. We are particles from the universe with the molecular structure, atoms, that protons, you know, when we die, they're going to break down and go back out and go somewhere else. And, you know, the cycle keeps going. We're all one, everything. So the psychologists and psychiatry don't really know much about the pineal gland. I was surprised. The last psychologist that I had no idea what the pineal gland was or did. The last psychiatrist, when I was in the hospital the last time, he had no idea. They were totally dumbfounded by it. And I think when I stayed at the VA hospital there in Harlingen, Texas, I made a big impact there. I really did. And I think that this is going to be something that they're going to start really looking at into the future, um, as far as science goes into mental illness. I would hope at least uh, the medications that I had been given over the past 20 years, oh my, I can't even begin to tell you how many different medications I had been on. Every one that I could possibly think of, and that's how I come to the lithium, was because it's the only one I could think of that I never took. And it was an earth med, and I was like, dude, just let me try it. And the doctor was like, we don't even use that hardly anymore. And they gave me that lithium, and my feet came right down on the floor. 4 days, I was back to earth. But anyways, like Zoloft and Abilify and the benzodiazepines and the sleeping pills, and they're poisoning us. They are poisoning the special ones. Not that I'm saying I'm special, but I'm different. They're poisoning the different ones, the ones that are not like the rest. They're feeding all these pills in their faces and making them not be able to accomplish things that they're set out to do as a spiritually connected individual. I firmly believe that I have been sent here to help change the earth, the world, help fix a broken system. But from the time I was 19 to the time I was probably 39, I was a zombie, dude. I studied my ass off. That's where I went. I went into the books and the talk radio shows and the news articles, conspiracy theories, rabbit holes this way and that way, the Rothschilds, the Bilderbergs, the G20s, the Black Pope, the White Pope, the ancient world history, all the way back into geography and the dinosaurs, dude. I've studied so much stuff. I listened to talk radio while I was reading news articles and whatnot, educating myself. I didn't go places. I didn't talk to people. I didn't go to parties. Occasionally I'd hit music festivals, but nah, man, it just wasn't what I did. And I think that was part of my quest. I mean, it was part of what my path was supposed to be, and how, you know, how I am now. I come off of all these pills. I was mad at them because, I felt stupid, and now I realize that all that years of studying, when I come off them pills and I learn how to be a human again, a reborn individual, I learned how to feel and think and work my mind, and all them studies that I did all them years, it's in there, man, like a filing folder. If I need something, it's in there, man. I'll get it. It might take me a while, day, hours a day, but it's in there. And I think it's wrong that the psychiatrists and the psychologists, well, mainly the psychologists help more than hurt. But the psychiatrists, man, they just shove them pills down your throat. And I think they do it on purpose, but they're really stifling probably some super geniuses out there. I know if Mr. Tesla was alive today, that man would be so messed up on pharmaceutical drugs. He would have never been the person that he was, that he is, my hero, my idol, the most beautiful man, super intelligent, Nikola Tesla. And, they would have had him so drugged out, he'd probably been locked away forever. I mean, look what they did to him anyways. Night, everybody. I'll get back to another one.